The Great Mind is back on NTA Oshobo. Do you want to know the secrets of true and lasting success? Do you have a dream to join the ranks of the super successful people? The achievers of our time are ready through the Great Mind on NTA Oshobo to reveal to you the secrets of their success in their different vocations. The Great Mind is a program that can help you to formulate the real philosophy of success through the life stories and experiences of the great men and women you'll be meeting on the program. Join me, Bola Olayode, on the program on NTA Oshobo every Saturday.
Destiny can never be changed at all. My destiny.
It is another edition of program, The Great Mind. The program that reveals the secrets to the true and lasting success. I'm Bola Olayode, the regular hostess of the program. On this episode of the program, we are featuring an artist and IFA consultant of international repute before his enthronement as a royal father. The man I'm talking about is Oba Bolu Fatunmise, the Adagba of Iyanfoworogi. His life story is very historical and inspirational. Come along with me. This is Gideon's compound in Ile-Ife. This building is the house of Pagani Fatunmise, the father of Oba Bolu Fatunmise. His mother, late Princess Jolade Fatunmise Adegoke, hailed from this Lafogido ruling house at Adagba's compound. His grandfather was a well-known Ifa priest in his time.
God saw the house of the Olowo and rich people that I could be born, because I should be born in that particular family, where my grandfather was the head of all Babalawo in those days, Adagba Fatunmise. And you know, in those days, Ifa usually took women as their wife and become a Ifa for protection over sudden death or some stuff like that. And my grandmother eventually has about 46 wives. The mother of my dad is number 22, you know, and I was so fortunate that I happened to know the man before he died in 1953. As a matter of fact, I knew Ifa even know ABC, because I was born there. And as way back as 1953-54, I used to kneel down with my grandfather when he was greeting Ifa in the morning, chanting and clapping their hands. Before you don't know Ketana, into Wayari, was this and so forth. I used to do that with him. And that was when I started learning about JJ, like that. So when I was in primary school, our teacher of blessed memory, Mr. Adifioye and Johnny, at the Tipen Primary School, he will call people that, who among you can sing about the song of the festival in their family. As literal as I was then, I'd be the first one to come in front and say, you also go, Kila Sokun, you go so much. Yeah, say, what daughter, you so do, yeah, they can't so do, yeah. So,
he started his elementary education at Ethiopian Primary School in Yekere Ile-Ife, from where he proceeded to Asarudin Modern School in Loro Ile-Ife. He later attended Odudua College and other schools for his secondary education before he eventually gained admission to the prestigious University of Ile-Ife, now Obafemi Awolowo University.
I have so many sorrowful experience, okay? And that's the prayer people always pray, that let the evening time of your life be better than your early morning, early stage in your life. My early stage of my life was not the way I wanted to be. You see, I left primary school in 1962. I didn't start my secondary school until 1968. 6 years I have no money to go. My father has no money. I was roaming about the street of Ife. I have a table tennis pinpoint that people had to drop 1 penny. And my father has no money. Until my mother has to be struggling, selling their fish and everything in the market. Before they could pay for my tuition. And how much was the tuition there? £7. They couldn't find it. It was so difficult. So I never failed in my life. I never repeated a class. But believe it or not, I went to 3 high school before I finished my school at 3 years in Bolu College, 1 year in South Grammar School, and 1 year in Adagba High School. It was so terrible. And when I see my colleagues, that I know that I'm better off when I was in primary school, they were in secondary school. By the time I have to start, some of my classmates were HS1 when I started from 1. But when they want to punish people in the class when they're making noise, they ask me to come out for a minute. They say, go and sit over there. And they punish the rest of my classmates. And they will say, oh, no rigging. No rigging. Nobody should come in. Nobody should come in. No. I know that I've been a very talented guy from primary school level. And when I was in high school, I used to be president of the Demand Society, wherever I am. Because in my family, nobody ever drum. In my family, I'm the first one to play talking drum. I studied, I know how to play everything. Including bata and dance and everything. So a friend of mine just came to me and said, hey, there's a new admission at the University of Ife. I want to enroll people for theater arts. And since you are very talented, why can't you apply there? And I did, and I disappointed. And he got the space of Professor Narutimi. And then Professor Woliso Yinka. Thank God, God bless me. I was admitted straight when they saw my credentials and everything, and the way I performed for my orientation. That's it.
Being destined for greatness, Bolu Fatunmise started to contribute his own quota to the progress of the society through his display of good mastery of past and culture right from his school days.
Since when I was little, I always walk along with the rich and famous. I always be around them. They always send me around. Go do this, go do that, go do that. And that's where God tried to help me out.
Bolu Fatunmise is highly talented. He composed 18 albums for the popular juju musician King Sunny Ade.
If you put your mind on something, I got to do it, I have to do this, I have to do it. If I don't do it, who's going to do it for me? My father, I can't say doesn't care. As at that time, my brother doesn't have money to send anybody to school. It was the grace of God and my mom that I have to get to my school sub level at first place. So, and I was teaching. I was having a teaching job. From there, I was doing the Ewi, chanting Ewi for funeral, for wedding, and stuff like that. And I was making some really little money from there. And also, because I'm a talented guy, I compose songs for King Sunny Ade, and I make money from there. I composed at least 18 albums for King Sunny Ade. I think my first album for him was like Kitty 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 Kitty, Kira Kita Kira Kita, Ori Baba mi ye o, Ori Mama mi ye o, Eleda mi jowo o ma je taraka kinto jẹun. That was one of my first albums. Later then I sang Ode Mati Pogi, Danso Ko, Ojuti Babalawo won, Olode Yopeku. But one of my favorites that I did compose for Sunday was The Conscience, Erioko. Olele kan ti wo mi be mi ko ri. Onikan lolube wo ayé mi o. Àti lọ àti bọ̀ mi lọ́wọ́ Olúwa. Bí mo ṣe búburú tàbí mo ṣe rere, ẹ̀rí ọkàn mi máa lọ fẹ́lẹ́ yan. Ẹ̀rí ọkàn mi jọ̀wọ́ dá mi láre. So when I was in America and I formed my own group, that particular song, I changed it into English form. Then I sang like, we are the great musician from Nigeria. We're proud of Africa, we're proud of the world. America is the pillar of the world. Africa, America, let's unite. You can see they came from the same tone. You know, that's what I did for myself then. And when I was in America, I happened to be the first African musician to perform at the White House for President Clinton. This was on August 17, 1993. The award he gave me, when we go to my office, I'll show it to you. I see the award here.
This is the song he composed for King Sunny Ade in 1980 on the enthronement of Oba Okunade Shijuade as Ooni of Ife.
That was in 1980. That was when I sang I want him for Bajebi Moko Mokunade Joba. Shijuade mo ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ mọ̀ orúkọ níroni. When you hear the way he sang the song, you can know that this song cannot just be based on just research. It's from somebody who knows the inside out. Because the mother of our king, Oba Shijuade, he lived long. The name of his mom is Fasesi. Mo Fasesi Olola, Umeredumi, because I know that. Because at that time I made an album for him too, called Arule Ududua. But this was on the Ewi poetry that I did for Shijuade. See, I have everything here with me, you know. So I've been, and even way before then, I sang the song in Ife language for him, which I never knew that was going to come to reality. I sang this song in 1979, and it became in 1980. That was when I said, Ade loni omo fe o ye lagbo Shijuade ade kan me oroyoba sowoko igbetaru mo di ogun o baba agbade seyan ade kan me teru mo yoro ije o baba to kunbo e ba wa ko ojo aye olubuse na dowo si ile o ba mi ku e ba wa ko ojo aye adere me na dowo naira o, and so on and so forth. This record came out in 1979 and it became again in 1980. So it's like a spiritual song.
He once had a stint in journalism. He was the editor of Atoka, a popular Yoruba magazine.
It was so pleasant then. The life was not the way it used to be now. Being an editor of Atoka, I have my own group. I have everything that I want. I'm getting paid. I'm doing well. I'm like number 3 man. Number 3 man then at Atoka. Managing director, and editor. So I was doing well. I have a lot of people behind me. I was writing the Bible for Mike, somebody writing the Bible for 1980. It's a big deal, you know. So I was doing well. And from there, people like Baba Ogunde, Kola Ogumola, Ogungbe Ishola Ogushola, Bayo Salami, they are young actors then. They come to me, they want something down. They come to me, they give me some little, what do they call it? Gift to make sure that their own magazine could come out in time. So I was making some little money beside my salary. And I was doing well.
While Bolu Fatunmise was the editor of Atoka magazine, he had this experience which turned his life around.
I missed the job when I first left the place. And the irony of it was that this happened the second year that my mother passed. Like a double sorrow for me. By that time, he was selling Fujo 504 for like 8,400, sometimes you find for 8,700. And this guy came to me, it's my family. He came from the same Adagba family there. And he came to me and said that he has a connector who can connect him with some Hausa people in the northern part of Nigeria who sells 504 for 7,400. And he said, but not anybody will get the loan, because in those days you need to give loan at your job to go and buy a car of your choice. And he said, but not anybody want to buy a car, you can give us for 7,500. While you yourself can make it for 8,000. I said, that's a good deal, that I can make 500. And I said, okay, I have money to buy one myself at the time. Then I got 88,000 from 2 of my colleagues. And I gave this guy 21,000. No, as a matter of fact, it was 7,000. I want to sell for 7,000. And he said, I can call you for 7,500 instead of 8,500. And everybody jumped up for that kind of deal. That they already gained 1,000. I will gain 500. Thinking about out of 3, I make 1,500. And I give him 21,000 naira to buy me 3 504 Fujo. Unfortunately, he told me we're going to be ready in 2 weeks. 2 weeks passed, a month, 2 months, 3 months. After 6 months, there was no car, no money. My managing director called me that the guy that got the money from me is from Ileife. He's also from the same company. So it's like I come to dupe these people. And I said, no, sir, I didn't have intention to be anybody. I have my own money at stake as well. This is what happened, I don't believe it. By that time, I was having a 504 card and I was using myself. They took my car from me and they fired me. They sacked me. I said, well, I can get the money from this guy. I can come back to work. When I couldn't get it for 1 year, 2 years, I was roaming about the street in Lagos. No job, nothing. And myself that I've been having a car to drive, I have my driver. I lost everything. Okay. It was this situation that brought me to say, look, I have to live for years. I can't be staying here with this kind of shame. I have no car, I have nothing. Let me travel out. And that's why I left Nigeria in 1985. Here I am today. If it doesn't happen, I won't think of traveling. So something have to lead to something.
Bolu Fatunmise has succeeded in linking African continent to other continents of the world through his propagation of African culture to the whole world. In the United States alone, he single-handedly converted 1,432 Americans to Ifa worship.
Yes, I converted about 1,432 children, 1,432, 1432, to Ifa and Orisha. Among them I have about 44 Babalawo, and the rest of them are the different Orisha, like Oshun, Yemaja, Ogun, Shango, Yemaja, and so on and so forth. I converted them because they believe that they brought Christianity to them years back in America. And later on, what they thought is going to be is not the way they were thinking it's going to be. So a lot of them changed to Nation of Islam in late 50s and early 60s. That's whereby you hear about the name of Prophet Elijah, Muhammad Ali. They are all converting themselves back to Muslim. But later on, they discovered that their root is from Africa. And they want something that came from traditional African people. And some people always ask, how can you be able to find people to come and do the Farid in America? People forget that during the slavery, about 300 to 400 years ago, people have been taken away. And when they took them away, there was no Christianity or Muslim here. People took their religion with them. And when the emancipation of slave trade, when it stops in 1684, people are coming out in their hiding place, and they are bringing their origin, their belief. And that's why you go to America today, go to Cuba, go to Brazil, go to Santo Domingo, go to Australia, even in London now, you see African religion spreading all over the places. See, that what goes around comes around. Yoruba religion is dying here from the root and is growing over there. Yoruba religion came from Ile-Ife, and I'm from Ife, so I came from the source. So people want to hear from Rose's mouth, and that's how it works.
Bolu Fatunmise has been conferred with many chieftaincy titles in recognition of his upliftment of African culture. He is Boba Shilu of Oshogo land, the Bagbiton of Irabeje land, the Bawoniyi of Yoruba race. He is the Pelinfa of the source, the third in rank to Adagba.
I thank God today for everything. Remember, if you suffer for 3 years and God bless you for 1 week, you will forget the sorrow of 3 years. That's exactly what it says. And people look at me now today that this chief, there has been a chief in Oshogo, in Ife, in Irabeje, all over places that I've never gone through some problem in my life. Yes, I did. I already paid my due.
Also, in recognition of Oba Bolu Fatumise's selfless and tireless service to his country, Nigeria, and Africa at large. The government of the United States of America awarded him the Certificate of Accreditation, National African Religious Congress, World International. The same U.S. government, under the Atlanta Customer Care Service Center, awarded him Certificate of Appreciation. He was also honored with the award of Outstanding Service in Atlanta, Georgia, between the year 2002 and the year 2003. Also in that same U.S., Bolu Fatunmise was awarded the Outstanding Dancer of the Year. Bolu Fatunmise is a born pioneer.
I've been first in everything I do in my life. Of all Fatunmise children, I'm the first person to go to Lagos. Of all Fatunmise children, I'm the first one to be in London. Of all Fatunmise children, I'm the one to ever go to America and to see the rest of the world. And when it comes to profession, I'm the first person in the whole of Ileife to start with poetry, which I started in 1971. So nobody before me. So, and Iyanfoworogi today, I'm the first king.
History was made again in Ife land on June 30, 2010, when Ooni of Ife, Oba Owadeshijuwade, restored Oba Bolu Fatunmise as Adagba of Iyanfoworogi. He was on the same day presented with the staff of office and the instruments of appointment by the Osun State Governor, Prince Olagunsoye Oyinlola. Iyanfoworogi, which used to be known as Oduegan, was founded by the forefathers of Oba Fatunmise.
It was founded by our forefathers. Before, it used to be known as Oduegan. If people call it Oduegan. Until about 1936, when they have band left and right, where they stock the yam tuber in the band. So people going from Ife to Ondo, and people come from Ondo to Ile-Ife, they always say it on the roadside. And they said, this is pounded yam that stand on top of the tree here. They say, Iyanfoworogi CB, Iyanfoworogi. And that's how the place known as Iyanfoworogi.
Iyanfoworogi is made up of 33 communities. Few days after the enthronement of Oba Fatunmise, he embarked on tour to all the communities in his domain. Oba Bolu Fatunmise had been close to the palace when he was only 4 years old through his bosom friend, Prince Aderomu Aderemi, the son of late Adesoji Aderemi, the immediate past Ooni of Ife. Oba Bolu Fatunmise has really fulfilled the biblical injunction that a wise son brings joy to his father. Prince Ganiyu Fatunmise is the father of Oba Bolu Fatunmise. He revealed how other children used to call Bolu Fatunmise their king and pay obeisance to him. His stepmother corroborated the father of Oba Fatunmise on how his playmates used to pay obeisance to Bolu Fatunmise, calling him their king. Oba Bolu Fatunmise is a good family man.
Wọ́n jẹ́ èèyàn gidi dáadáa, wọ́n jẹ́ nífẹ̀ẹ́ ọmọdé, tí wọ́n nífẹ̀ẹ́ àgbàlagbà. Kò sí ẹni tí wọ́n lè mú mọ́ra. Wọ́n dá nílùú, wọ́n dá sọ́mọdé, wọ́n dá sí àgbàlagbà.
Oba Bolu Fatunmise, he is my father. because I'm proud of him. Always proud of him. I don't stay around, but whenever I come around, I'm always happy to see my father because he has just been there. When we talk of the cultural aspect, Yoruba race, he's just there, be here and abroad.
He's somebody the whole of Adagba can be very proud of. We are very proud of him because we believe he's somebody that will continue to promote the image, culture of Adagba, Iyanfoworogi, Osun State and Nigeria in general.
Former Minister of Water Resources, Chief Bashir Awotolebo, is a childhood friend of Oba Adebolu Fatunmise.
Oba Adebolu Fatunmise has been a friend, a brother, right from those days when we were just kindergarten kids. We grew together.
Owamira of Esauke is a brother and close friend of Oba Bolu Fatunmise.
So we are royal brothers. We are close to each other. Apart from that, we'll be friends of quite
Professor Mwib Okweloye, Osun State Commissioner for Local Government and Chieftaincy Affairs, has this comment on Oba Bolu Fatunmise.
This is a man who can he is highly exposed, he's well connected. He's not just a local person. He has friends all over the place, abroad. So this is the kind of person that can really bring desired progress and needs in the land.
The Adagba of Ibadan land, Chief Kayode Awonide, eulogized the good fortunes of Oba Bolu Fatunmise, saying that Oba Fatunmise is the great achiever. Oba Bolu Fatunmise has this piece of advice for all and Sandra.
Let me borrow one of Yoruba adage. When it's a bumbalini, Kamaroju, Oshenreraye, Bedo. Godfather never sleep. One day will be one day that you achieve what you want to achieve in life. If I give up and say, oh, because I couldn't get this, I couldn't make this, let me give up. The devil is so funny. Laziness always look for his brother, the poor. When you are poor, you're going to have your brother lazy. When you are lazy, you will be poor. So you have to continue to struggle, but you can achieve what you want to achieve in life.
Did you hear him? No matter how tough the situation, you will definitely do what the Supreme Being, the Creator of the whole universe, has ordained you to do on earth. If you don't relent in your efforts. On that note, we are ending this week's edition of the program, The Great Mind. Next Saturday is another date. God willing. Till then, stay blessed.